Good morning, students. Today, I, Ritu Sablo, will do a grammar topic with you, that is sentences. Before we start the topic, let's read few sentences. Book the is mine, table on the. This group of words does not make any sense. Second, in the pond. Now, this group of words here do make sense but not complete sense. The book on the table is mine. Of course, this group of words do make a complete sense. It is a sentence. So, a group of words that makes complete sense by itself is a sentence. Example, I take music classes every week. The boy has reached the school. Now, few features of a sentence. A sentence always consists a group of words that makes a complete sense. It has a verb. It begins with a capital letter always. The words in a sentence are written in a proper order. It has a subject and a predicate. A sentence ends either with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Now, before we go further for a sentence we will talk about the phrase. A group of words that make sense but not complete sense. We have read earlier also in the pond, right? Is called a phrase. Likewise, with a spoon, in the auditorium, last month, in spite of. We cannot call any group of words phrase. It should make some sense. As with a spoon. Yes, we are talking about with a spoon, but with a spoon what? What are you doing with a spoon? We don't make a complete sentence with this. So, played park the, it is not a phrase. It is not making any sense. But a good student, yes, it is a phrase, as though it is not a complete sentence, but it is do making some sense. Now, parts of a sentence. Sentence have two parts, subject and a predicate. It has a subject. It is that part of a sentence which tells us who or what the sentence is about. And predicate, it is that part of a sentence which tells us something about the subject. Now, example, we'll take one example. The actors performed well. Now, the highlighted part, the actors, is the subject. Why? It tells us what the sentence is about. And the predicate, performed well, since it is telling something about the subject. Now we will talk about kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences: assertive or declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. First of all, we will talk about assertive or declarative sentences. Sentences that state or declare something are called assertive or declarative sentences. And assertive or declarative sentences always says or states something. They can be affirmative or negative and always ends with a full stop. These sentences convey a fact or make a statement. Assertive sentences are of two types. Either they are positive or negative. He felt sad for his friend. He did not argue with her. In this, sentence A is affirmative and sentence B is negative. Now we come to imperative sentences. Sentences that give orders or instructions, make requests, or offer advice are called imperative sentences. Likewise, mother, please buy me a packet of chips. A child is making a request to his mother that please buy me a packet of chips. Don't eat potato chips. This is an order or a command. Now, have some fruits, they are healthy. This is given an advice or a suggestion. Likewise, come here. Of course, what is this? This is a command. Take the medicine twice daily. Now, what type of sentence is this? Yes, this is of course a advice. Now we come to the interrogative sentences. Sentences that are used to ask questions are called interrogative sentences. Examples: are you Mrs. Sharma? What are you looking for? Interrogative sentences are of two kinds: yes, no questions and were questions. We should always remember that in an interrogative sentence, we place the auxiliary verb before the subject. We always put question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence. Now, when we talk about are you Mrs. Sharma, in this sentence, it is given actually yes or no is answered, and this question begins with a auxiliary verb. So, auxiliary verbs is do, have, can, was, were, had, which help other verbs from tenses and voices. And about other, what are you looking for? The above sentence is example of were questions. These questions cannot be answered in yes or no and begin with the question of words such as what, why, when, where, whom, whose, which. Examples: they have bought sweets. This is a statement as the subject is starting the sentence and then lead by auxiliary verb. And in the other one, have they bought sweets? This is a question as the auxiliary verb is starting the sentence and then leading with subject. Then with the last, we come exclamatory sentences. Now these type of sentences help us to communicate strong feelings of surprise, admiration, appreciation, wonder, shock. Likewise, what a beautiful baby he is. This is a feeling of surprise. How wonderful the painting is. An exclamatory sentence begins with what or how. It is followed by an exclamation mark. For emphasis, the word order is altered in an exclamatory sentence. Like, he is a beautiful baby. This is assertive sentence with a normal word order. And what a beautiful baby he is. The new word what is added and subject verbs comes there. I hope with this PPT the sentences are very much clear to you all. Thank you. Have a nice day.